This is an easy job. If I hadn't had a couple things go wrong, I gotta go to the store and buy a lug nut now. We're out here in the garage today, or in the driveway actually. I'm having some weird issues with one of my rear calipers. I don't know if that's where the pad's not touching or what, but I want to replace this rear caliper and see if it fixes the issue. It's a very simple process. No special tools required. I did buy the Pittsburgh 4-piece fluid line clamp set. Trying to lose as little bit of fluid as I can, so I should only hypothetically lose fluid from here to the caliper. It's very easy. You've got two 19mm bolts. Take it loose. A 12mm socket back here for your brake line, and then you'll have hardware, caliper, and I'm just going to reuse my pads. One bit of advice I'll give you too is break the brake line itself loose before you take the caliper loose. That way it's not, you're not out here trying to hold it and break it loose, whatever. Just break it loose and then get it back finger tight. It's finger tight right now, I can take it loose. But I've already got my 19s broke loose. I'll pop that off, and I'm going to show you how I do this caliper. There's a certain way I do it that makes it easy, and then we'll go from there. Bit of advice is leave this line attached till you get this caliper bolted. Then that way the line's not sitting here dripping. So I'm just going to set the caliper over here out of the way, get the new one bolted. I'll show you all that. So what I've done here is I bolted everything up, just real loose. Two 19s holding it, and I took the caliper itself apart. That will make it easier to put the hardware on. Then I'm also going to re-grease these sliders. This one has no grease on it from the factory. I just pulled these straight out. This one has like black stuff on it. So I'm going to clean those off and re-grease them when I put them in. And plus they weren't connected to the boot. So always double check this stuff, like the boot wasn't over the lip. But I'm going to do that, and then I'll get the caliper on, then we'll get the bolts on, and we'll start bleeding it. So I got everything assembled. I greased on the inside and the outside of the hardware. Put my calipers, or my pads back in. Got these greased, cleaned them off. So now we will put the caliper itself on. There is a top and a bottom to these bolts. The bottom has the little rubber boot on it. Pay attention to, sometimes I have bought these and the bolts, these slider bolts and the bolt on the banjo or the brake line have been different sizes. So if it's a 14 coming out, it might be a 12 going back in unless you swap your hardware over. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I got a new bolt, 2 new washers. So now I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to use the new bolt and the new washer. Remind me I'm setting that washer right there. Okay. Take it off the old one. Now this line has like a foot on it, so it has to go in a certain way. Okay, make sure you get, well, those washers are like attached to that line, so we'll just reuse them. Like I said, there is a hole that this little, I call it a little foot, sits in on the back of the caliper, kind of like a guide hole, and then you just, it's easier if you're looking at it. Oh, well, make sure you remove the little yellow boot that's in there that holds it. So, okay, got everything started by hand. That should be like a 12. Yep. I get this clamped down, I'll get Steve to get in there, stomp on the brakes for me. We'll get these brakes fled. This has been, you ever have one of those jobs where nothing goes like it's supposed to? The bottom bolt here, mounting bolt, is boogered up and it won't go back in, so Steve's down there chasing it. I'm going to do brake pads on the other side. The lug nut broke off, of course. Okay. Get this tightened down. And we'll go ahead and put so we'll go ahead, put this bolt back in here. I didn't delete. There it is. That's it. Nothing like a day. This is just turned into a giant mess. Battery-powered ratchet at home I wish I had with me. I'm just going to start carrying that thing with me. Or buy an extra one. A cheap Harbor Freight one. Okay, so got those bolted down. Everything is greased. Everything is bolted down. Everything is greased. Cool. This loose. This brake line hose. Take it off. Okay, so everything's bolted up. So now we're going to bleed the brakes. If you don't know how to bleed brakes, I prefer doing it with an air bleeder. What you do is you've got a bleeder valve here. Right here. And it's a 5/16 bleeder valve. I'm sure somebody's going to say it's something metric, but my 5/16 wrench took it loose. What you do is what I'll do is have Steve pump the brakes up 3 times and hold it down. Then I'll break this loose. Fluid will come out. Let go. Steve will let go. Pump it 3 times. Hold it. Let it go. And you do that till you get free fluid coming out. When you first do it, it should be like kind of foamy looking because it'll have a lot of air in it. Or it'll come out and be like, you want it where it comes out like a solid stream. But I got in there and pumped the brakes up a couple times and it already pushed the caliper or the piston in. So maybe that little thing kept me from getting a whole lot of air, because it should have just been air from like where I clamped it in the caliper. But it's already pushed in and it's pushing on the pads. So, and I've got the other side bolted back together. I changed pads over there. This is an easy job. If I hadn't had a couple things go wrong, I gotta go to the store and buy a lug nut now. But I'll get everything put back together and then we'll go down the road. Real quick, Steve and I appreciate you watching this video. We hope it helps you get this job done today. If you can take a second of your time and hit that like and that subscribe button, it helps us make more videos like this. And the more these videos I get to make, the less I have to go to my day job. So appreciate it.